Is there a type C? Like, if there is, I'm the type C friend. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Isabella, if it is your first time here. And today's video, I'm gonna give you my top 4 tips on the lifestyle change when it comes to no or low alcohol. So if you're interested in like what that lifestyle looks like, if you're trying to make a shift, this video is for you. I have been no/low alcohol for over 440 days now, which is super cool. I have had under 5 drinks in the past 440 days. And I'm here to talk about it, boo-boo. So if you're interested in cutting back, this is for you. But first, coffee. Okay, beautiful people, can we just talk about my mug? Can we just talk about my mug? I feel like I need to stir this a little. Look! Okay, I am obsessed with mugs. I don't know if you know this about me. If you didn't know, you know now. I digress though. Let's get into my top 4 tips, honey. Okay, so tip number 1 is to find something to fucking do. Like, even if you are not someone who drinks every single day, a lot of people actually do not drink every single day. But find something to do, you guys. This is something that I personally didn't think was really necessary because I didn't drink every single day. I probably drank like 3 days out of the week. Sometimes even less. And the thing is that like I always had it in my mind that like going to do certain things would mean that I got to drink. So that would be a fun and good time. Like, I enjoy drinking. Most people enjoy drinking, and they don't always stop because it was like terrible and horrible. There was like 15% of the time where I was really not having a good time drinking, and that was enough for me to not want to drink at all, or drink very, very little. That being said, I was like not really thinking I was gonna need to find other things to do, but I needed hobbies. I needed other things to focus on. You don't realize how much time you use up, not only drinking, but also being hungover, and then also like overcompensating. For me personally, it was like overcompensating financially. So I would like spend a lot of money on drinks going out, and I wouldn't like go negative in my bank account, but I'd be like, damn, I should pick up more shifts. I'd have to like call out a day or two because I was super hungover. You guys, my hangovers were the worst ever, and if you don't have bad hangovers, that's amazing. I applaud you. I do, and I did. And like, even now, if I have like one drink, I can like feel it in the back of my neck like way sooner than I want to. I don't want to feel it at all. So for me personally, like, having this dog has been an amazing thing to do. She's of course so much more than a hobby, but just having like a little adventure buddy, having someone that like, she holds me so accountable in terms of just like getting up. I have to take her out every single morning. I have to take her on a walk every single day. Like, obviously within reason, but that's something that has been really, 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 really helpful for me. Also, like, doing yoga is something that has so much more recently just been like at the forefront and really amazing and really helpful in navigating just like life. Like, I'm so much better at navigating life when I'm doing yoga because it's such an on and off the mat experience. If you know, you know. Tip number 2, which kind of like, this is like a segue tip. Don't stop having fun. Like, for me, when I cut back on alcohol and decided not to drink at all for, I said to myself, you know, at least a year, I stopped going out as much. I like didn't know who I really wanted to hang out with. I mean, my friend groups were already, for me personally, were being like redefined around the time I had stopped drinking anyways. And not drinking felt like a natural next step in terms of just like the social shift that I was having. But there was a while there where like I felt like I didn't have a lot of community. I didn't have people who like would want to be around me if I wasn't drinking. And I definitely hang out with people who drink now, and that doesn't bother me at all, and it doesn't bother them that I don't drink. Like, you really just have to find your people. And when people said that to me, I was like, that sounds really stressful and intimidating. I'm a fucking introvert. Like, I only really meet people at work for the most part. But once I started putting myself in more uncomfortable situations, like, I started by doing things a lot by myself. Like, over the holidays, I went to like a few Christmas things by myself. There was like the little Enchant Christmas in Seattle that I went to. I just started doing more and more things by myself, honestly, in like 2022, 2021. That was like a huge goal of mine. And I stopped for a while. And then when I stopped drinking, I was like, you know what? Let me just do things by myself. Eventually, I'm like, girl, eventually, like, you're going to meet people. Eventually, you're going to feel more comfortable going out and doing things with other people too. Just because, like, you know how you are in social settings without a drink. And if that makes sense to you, this video really is for you. Because, like, I thought I was having more fun when drinking, and it turned out, it took me a little over a year to find this, but like I actually have more fun when I'm not drinking, and my capacity to have fun is larger, and like it's different, but I'm still having a good time. And that's something that I never could have like wrapped my head around, like being in certain settings without drinking. And still having a good time. And it took me a fucking while, you guys. Like, I have social anxiety, literally. And so, like, drinking was so helpful for that, for me. And not was like, oh my God, how the fuck am I supposed to have fun? How am I supposed to feel comfortable? But I promise you, even like me, literally like a textbook fucking introvert, you guys, like, you will eventually feel comfortable if you put yourself in uncomfortable situations and you do the things that you want to do. Like, it's not like I was doing things that I didn't want to do. I was doing things I wanted to do that felt scary to do, but that I really, to my core, wanted to. So put yourself in those uncomfortable situations. If you have a friend to go with you, invite a friend to go with you too. You don't have to do it alone. But just to say, if you are in a place of like your social community shifting when you drink, just to know that it doesn't last forever. And there are people, whether they drink or not, who will love you regardless of whether you're having a shot with them or not. I swear to God. And I just really need you to know that, like, you're not going to end up alone with no friends forever. It's just a social shift, and it takes time, and you will find like places and spaces to have fun and feel like a human and go do things. And maybe your bedtime is a few hours earlier than before. Like, that's a blessing too, in my opinion. Okay, tip number 3. It was very helpful for me to research whether you're quitting smoking, whether like this specifically could apply to a lot of different kinds of things, this tip. But I personally found it so fucking helpful to research, what kind of diseases alcohol causes, all of the harmful things alcohol does to my body. Just really having a broad awareness around how harmful it is for my body long term. And like, I want to live a long and healthy, happy life. My mom died when I was super young. I have not seen tons of examples of people aging healthily. Like, I really haven't seen that. I want to be an example of that. I want to be that. It's something that's super fucking important to me. And I haven't always identified with that. But in the past few years, I'm like, whoa, that's like actually super important to me. And just knowing that I'm taking care of my body in that way, and that every time I choose a soda water and bitters over a gin and tonic, my body is like thanking me and in a wonderful state. And again, like I'm not here to demonize alcohol. I'm just really here to say that like we all have our thing. Like I'm a gardener, you know what I'm saying? Like I am, and I love it, and it's wonderful. That is the way I ingest that isn't always super healthy for my body. Like smoking isn't good for your lungs. Let's just, a spade is a spade. And that's something I do. That's something I choose to do, and I'm aware of all of the ramifications. And I really just, honestly, before I stopped drinking, of course, I didn't think it was like a health food. I didn't think alcohol was a superfood, but I didn't realize the long-term effects it can have. So researching what it's doing to your body, especially if it's something you're ingesting frequently. Like I had to start doing that with gluten. I had to start doing that with a lot of things that I was taking in an amount that wasn't agreeing with my body. So do your research, and really, like, this goes into tip number 4 of doing your research. Root into your why. Like, if you want to cut back on alcohol, why do you want to cut back on it? For me, it started for me as a way to really start to get a handle on my mental health, because my mental health was deteriorating and alcohol was exacerbating it. But it became so much deeper than that, you guys. I have healed so much mentally and spiritually over the past year, and have been able to identify things that I would have never been able to identify had I not been drinking. In terms of my mental health, which is super amazing for me. I'm really proud of myself for that. And going back to just like what it was doing to my health and what it does do to your health long term, a huge why for me. I want to live long. I want to have a healthy gut. I want to have a healthy mind. I want to have healthy relationships. I want to have healthy conversations. And when I'm drinking on a consistent basis, that's just really not what's happening for me and for others. Like, it's just not. And that's a huge, not only that, like, I'm just like gonna word vomit all the pros. Like, I haven't woken up hungover in almost 450 days. Amazing. I've saved more money. I've saved more time. I have really like tapped into the things I enjoy and just the innocence of my pleasures in life. Like, I really have gotten so much less serious. I have developed a really, really, really beautiful bond with my body. And like, there are just so many fucking things that I'm like, oh, okay, this is why. And I have like, those tendencies to, God, when I'm stressed, to take the edge off and this and this and that. And like, those don't just go away magically. You just learn how to cope in different ways is really the thing. And it's not always as comfortable as just taking the edge off with a drink. Certainly not. But it's a beautiful, expansive experience. So, without further ado, I was trying not to make this like 25 minutes long. Those are my top 4 tips. You guys, find something to fucking do. Find a hobby. Stick to it. Don't stop having fun. Research what you are giving up or cutting back on was doing to you in the amounts you were consuming it, and long-term, short-term, all the things. And then root into your why, because that shit is so fucking powerful, and your why will really keep you there. So yeah, this is for all my girlies trying to cut back on the juice, honey, and the gays and the theys, and heck, the he's too. I love you guys. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, And I'm sending you so much love in your journey to cutting back or completely stopping drinking. And if you want an app, you guys, the Sober Time app is really great. Not sponsored. Sober Time app is really great to just like count the days, keep track of them. I don't journal at all, but I like having something where you can see like the days, the minutes, the seconds, the breaths. Like that's cool and deep and fun. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Oh wait, thumbnail. Okay, bye.